Men of Order. Tonight is going to help a lot of men because there are good men out here putting in real work and still hearing nothing back. Same pressure, same bills, same responsibility, but the callback never comes. So after a while, a man starts wondering if the economy is broken, if he's too old, if he's missed his shot, or if he just doesn't know how to play this game anymore, guys. Here's what I want to tell you tonight. A lot of the time, your resume isn't losing because you have no value. It's losing because you're not making the value plain. Your LinkedIn isn't weak because you're lazy. It's weak because it doesn't tell the right story fast enough. And that costs a man because now he keeps applying with hope and getting silence back. Here's tonight's problem in one sentence. My resume and LinkedIn aren't converting. That means no callbacks, no traction, no clear movement. And because of that, you stay stuck in the same place while better opportunities keep passing you by. By the end of this live, you're going to know why you keep getting skipped, what to change first, and how to present your work so that the right roles can actually find you. Guys, this is for providers. This is for hardworking people who cannot afford to stay stuck in a failing job search. If that's you, smash the like button. Smash the like button because another man is carrying this exact same pressure and doesn't know how to solve this problem. You liking this video helps him get the answers. And let me ask the room this. How many of you already have a LinkedIn page? If you have a LinkedIn page, let me know, chat. Type me in the chat if you have a LinkedIn page. And guys, let me say this up front. Tonight, the highest super chat becomes the official sponsor of tonight's session. That means your name gets acknowledged as the one who helped put this word in front of the world tonight. If you want to help keep Men of Order going and take that sponsor spot tonight, send your super chat because tonight the outcome is one thing, a clear fit. That's what you need. A clear fit on paper, a clear fit on LinkedIn, a clear fit for the kind of role you're actually trying to get. By the end of tonight, you're going to leave with three things. A clear target role that matches the kind of position you actually want so your message stops feeling broad and starts feeling direct. Next, you're going to leave with a resume that shows outcomes, not just duties, so employers can see the value you bring, not just the tasks you handled. Guys, let me tell y'all something. I was a recruitment manager for a Fortune 10 company, not Fortune 500, a Fortune 10 company. I know what I'm talking about. I have worked with so many people over the years, people who were extremely talented, but did not know how to write their resume so that they could get the best position. Tonight, you're going to walk away with a resume that shows outcomes, not just duties and tasks, so that employers can see the value that you bring, not just the things you do. The third thing that you're going to walk away with tonight is a LinkedIn page that matches the same story as your resume. So when employers check both, they see one clear fit instead of mixed signals. Guys, that's tonight's outcome. Not more applications, just apply to more jobs. Nope. Not better luck and hope for the best. Tonight, you walk away with a clear fit. I want you to type fit in the chat right now if that's what you need. I'm checking these comments. I want to see who out there is tapped in with me. And shout out to Elder Yasharala for coming through with the $10 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Already kicking us off. Tonight we're talking about why you keep applying, but nobody is calling you back. Why is nobody checking for you? Is it because you're not important? Is it because you don't have value? Absolutely not. Guys, the reason why you're not getting the call back is simply because you don't know how to play the game. A lot of the rules have changed over the past year, and we're going to talk about that for tonight. As you can see, we've already got a sponsor to kick us off. Right now, we got Elder Yasharala in first place at the $10 level. If you're going to be in first place, the Super Chat or the Cash App has to be above $10. All you have to do is tap that dollar icon directly below, or you can hit the Cash App, $ Gen Wealth Podcast. Cash App information is on the screen as well as in the comments section below. Shout out to Trista showing love. Trista said that she shared this with her circle. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to my brother, the Beast is on. Hey, brother, I'm glad to see you on, man. We got the stream rolling over here, my brother. We got the stream rolling, my good man. He says, shout out to the mods and the chat. Make sure that y'all support my brother at the Awesome and Gizmo show. And listen, man, tonight we're going to get into it. We're going to figure out what's really going on, guys. Let's figure out the root of the problem. Here's the root of the problem right here. You're trying to get hired without a clear work target. That means you haven't gotten clear on the exact kind of role that you want. So your resume, your LinkedIn, and your applications are all pointing in different directions. I need you guys to hear me. The root of the problem when you keep applying but no one is calling you back is that you don't have a clear work target. That means you are not clear on the exact role that you want. And as a result, your resume, your LinkedIn page, and your applications are all over the place. You lack clarity. And guys, I'm going to make it clear for you how to solve this problem tonight. This one problem shows up in 3 different ways. The first way, you're too broad. You're sending the same resume into 5 different kinds of positions. You've got a little management language. You've got a little operations language. You got a little sales language on the resume, a little project language, a little everything. You're thinking, well, I've done a lot. I want them to see everything that I've done. I just need somebody to notice that I can do a lot. You know what, Uzziah? The more I include on my resume, the better my chances. But what does that cost you? Nobody knows what to do with you. The recruiter can't place you fast because your resume is so broad. See, the hiring manager doesn't see you as a clear fit because you got 10 billion things on the resume. So now your resume gets skipped. Guys, if nothing changes, you're going to keep applying wide. And you're going to keep getting silence. You're going to keep calling it a hard job market when part of the problem is your message is too loose. I need you to hear me. The second way that this problem shows up is that you're listing work on your resume, but you're not proving results. Let's get these likes up, guys. Let's take a quick second. Smash that thumbs up button because tonight's message is very important. A lot of people need to hear this. You think the economy is the problem, but you are really getting in your own way. You're saying that the job market is so very hard when in actuality, It's what you're bringing to the job market that's making it so difficult for you. After you apply what I'm showing you tonight is going to get that much better. The second way that this problem shows up is you keep listing all of the work that you do on your resume, but you don't prove results. You write bullet points on your resume that sounds like job duties. You say, I'm responsible for this. I assisted with this. Managed, supported, helped with. When you say that, you're telling them what you did, but you're not showing them what changed because you were there. You have to present yourself as a game changer to companies. See, when you write a traditional resume, you're thinking, if they see my experience, they'll get it. They know what this job means. I shouldn't have to spell it all the way out. But what does that cost you? Your work sounds the same as 10 other men. There's no real weight on the page, no results, no proof, no reason to call you first. And if nothing changes, you keep looking qualified on paper, but not needed. Guys, here's the third way the problem shows up. Your LinkedIn and your resume don't match the same target. Guys, this is high-level game I'm giving y'all tonight. I don't want to gas it too much, but I just got to let y'all know y'all are getting a lot tonight. Your LinkedIn and your resume don't match. They don't match the same target. Your resume says one thing. Your LinkedIn headline says another. I'm showing an example of that on the screen. You're seeing a guy who calls himself a strategic growth leader on LinkedIn, but on his resume, he says that he's an operations coordinator. He's sending mixed signals. Your LinkedIn and your resume don't match. See, a lot of times when people look for jobs, all they do is update their resume. Rarely do they update both in harmony. So your resume says one thing, your LinkedIn headline says another, and then your about section on your LinkedIn page is vague. Your last few roles on your resume and LinkedIn page aren't lined up with the kind of job you want now. You're thinking, man, LinkedIn doesn't matter that much. My resume is the main thing. But what does that cost you? When the two are not operating as one, you look unclear. And unclear men get passed over. If you can't make up your mind about how your professional footprint should look, why would anybody take your professional footprint seriously? They want to see you together before they hire you. Guys, if this is hitting home for you right now, hit that like button because that helps this reach another man who's putting in effort and still getting no traction. A lot of y'all have heard the importance of updating your resume, but you don't understand how this all comes together. And to really drive this home, I want to ask you a question right now. Where is your job search breaking down the most right now? Is it your role? You're not fully clear on the exact position that you should be targeting, so your resume is very generic. Is it your resume that's the problem, where your resume isn't showing any clear proof that you fit the role? Is it LinkedIn? Do you have a LinkedIn? Let me know in the comments section. I'm checking these comments. Do you have a LinkedIn? Yes or no? Guys, can I tell you something? The average salary of someone who has a LinkedIn account is $100,000. LinkedIn is the most affluent social media platform in the world. The average employee on LinkedIn right now makes 6 figures. So when I'm telling you about LinkedIn, I'm telling you about where you need to be to get to where the action is at. Now, some of y'all got LinkedIn's and some of y'all don't. We're going to change that tonight. If you have a LinkedIn, we're going to optimize it. If you don't have a LinkedIn, we're going to set one up. This might be where your job search is breaking down. Your LinkedIn page is vague or non-existent, and as a result, it's not reinforcing the same story as your resume. Guys, I got to tell y'all something, man. We're in a digital age. We're no longer living in a time where you're just going to hand somebody a resume and they're never going to do their homework on you. The minute that you give someone your resume, they're going to look you up. They're going to find you on LinkedIn. They're going to see, what does your profile look like? And that's the reason why we got to have it tight. And here's another piece. A lot of y'all are sleeping on keywords. Your resume and your LinkedIn page is missing the keywords employers are scanning for in that role. Y'all don't hear me. You think that you could just put whatever on a resume and get the job. No, guys, this is a very advanced strategy. You have to understand, in this modern day, when everybody is Googling and using AI to have a nice sounding resume, the resumes that actually get selected for interviews are those that match the right keywords for the position. You have to know how to tailor make your resume, okay? So guys, I don't know what's the main thing that's holding you back, but I know one thing. If you put your answer in the poll right now, I can show you how to get over the hump, okay? So right now I'm seeing role, keywords, and LinkedIn are all kind of tied. I'm seeing some more votes. Right now I'm seeing a two-way tie between role and keywords. After that, LinkedIn comes next. Guys, we're going to talk about it tonight, okay? Put your vote in the poll. Leave me a comment. Tonight I'm showing you why you keep applying, but nobody is calling you back. Angie said, my resume used to be 6 pages, is now 3. Hey, Angie, let me tell you something. If your resume is 6 pages, that could be a reason why certain callbacks might not be happening. I'm just saying, you got to know how to be able to make the resume optimal for the person that's viewing it, especially in this day and age, okay? So that's what I'm trying to show y'all right now. I'm trying to show y'all how to put that together properly, all right? So let's get into it, guys. Here's the law of order for tonight's session. Clear fit gets found. Vague fit gets skipped. Here's what I'm talking about when I say clear fit gets found. A hiring team isn't reading your resume like a novel. They're scanning for fit. This was the reason why I was jokingly telling Angie just now, hey, don't write your resume like it's a book. See, in this modern day, if humans are even still reading resumes, they're only reading it for a few seconds. Most of the time now, resumes are getting scanned by AI, by superior technology. So it's not so much about the length of the resume as it is the quality of the content on the resume. Most of my clients that I've worked with, I've told them to write a 1-page resume at least to get started. Now, guys, I've worked with multiple 6-figure clients. I got clients right now making multi-6-figure incomes. And even them don't have beyond 2 pages on their resume. And their experience and skill set is stacked. So you really got to know how to play this game, guys. Make sure that y'all smash that like button. Let's keep these likes going, okay? Clear fit gets found. Vague fit gets skipped. A hiring team is not reading your resume like a novel. They're scanning for it. And do you know what they're scanning to see? Do you match the work? Do you sound like the role? Do your words line up with what they need? Did you show proof? That's what they're looking for. Now, here's what the disordered man does. He tries to sound open to everything. He wants to look flexible. He keeps the message broad. He says, I can do a lot. But broad does not read as strong. Broad reads as unclear. But here's what an ordered man does. He picks the lane. He names the role. He uses the language of that role. Guys, I need you to hear that. Very important point. He doesn't just use random language that sounds good to him. He uses the specific language of that role. You have to be very strategic to use exact language for the position that you're applying for, guys. Otherwise, you'll get overlooked. I'm just telling you. So here's something that I need y'all to understand. He uses the language of the role, and then he shows outcomes that matter to that role. He makes the fit easy to see. See, that type of man, he's easier to trust. That type of man is easier to place in a job market. This kind of ordered man, it's easier for him to get a call back. Guys, can I tell y'all something? I ran this as an experiment a few years ago. People were complaining about how hard the job market was. They were saying that they couldn't find a job. I dusted off my resume. I put it on one job website. Within the next 2 hours, I was getting phone calls and text messages with people asking me if they could interview me as soon as possible. Why did I do that? Because I'm trying to see what's really going on in the marketplace. Is it really that nobody is hiring, that they're not creating any new jobs? Or is it that a lot of people have been taught a job hunting process that's outdated? A lot of what you've been taught about how to get positions in 2026, it's changed completely. Some of y'all are still using the same job hunting strategies as from the year 2000, before the internet really popped off. Now with AI and all this other stuff, it's a whole new ball game. And I'm just here to tell y'all something. If you don't learn how this new game is played, you're going to get left behind. You see how expensive everything is, don't you? You see how high gas is. You got to know this, guys. Your family is counting on you. When you apply what I'm showing you tonight, it makes it so much easier for you to get a position. And let me make this even plainer for y'all. If your target role is operations manager, your resume and LinkedIn should sound like an operations manager. If your target role is project manager, your resume and LinkedIn should sound like project manager. If your target role is account executive, your resume and your LinkedIn should sound like an account executive. You got to talk the talk and you got to walk the walk, because what do people say? Well, it walked like a duck. It talked like a duck. I guess I'm hiring them. Don't put, oh, I'm just a hard worker. I'm a results-driven professional. Don't nobody care about that. It don't mean nothing. Don't put seasoned leader with diverse experience. It sounds good, but it's all fluff. That's the kind of language that says nothing to recruiters. It's a different game, guys. And I want you to notice the cost of playing this game the old way. When you play this game the old way and you think that the market hasn't shifted, you don't just lose callbacks. You lose time. You lose momentum. You lose confidence. And your house feels that. Because a quiet job search isn't quiet at home. You hear about it. And guess what? It follows you to dinner. It follows you into your mood. It follows you into how you carry yourself. And that's why I don't want this to stay theory tonight, guys. I want to show you what this looks like in real life. Because a man could hear a solution and still wonder, oh, all right, Uzziah, but what does this actually look like when somebody fixes the problem? So let me give you a real example. A couple years ago, one of my clients, pre-Shakeen, got hit by a mass layoff. The economy was rough at the time. The work environment felt shaky, and a lot of men carrying responsibility. For a lot of men that were just like him, they felt like they couldn't find any jobs. He wasn't just looking for any job. He was looking for something more stable, something that he could build on, something that would help him provide with more peace. So he got back on the market and put together a resume. But like a lot of men, when they first get back on the job market, the first version of the resume, his resume, wasn't strong enough yet. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't clear enough. So I sat down with him. I gave him my custom resume template, and we went through my resume makeover. This is what I work with all my clients on that are seeking better positions. We tightened the message up in his resume. We built the resume around the kind of role he actually wanted. Not broad, not generic, clear. Then I did the same thing with his LinkedIn, because I knew if an employer looked at both, they needed to see the same man, the same fit, the same value, the same story. Not long after that, Pre-Shakeen got an offer to work as a training specialist for a nonprofit doing work he really cared about in the community. And here's the part that I want men to hear. He was offered more than the posted salary range for the position because he presented his experience so well. The benefits were strong, and that mattered for his family. And he's still there to this day. So what changed? The main thing wasn't that he suddenly became more qualified. The main thing was that he started presenting himself like a clear fit. His resume stopped sounding general. His LinkedIn stopped sounding loose. And once that happened, the right role could actually find him. It could see him and appreciate him for his value. It recognized his worth. And that's exactly what some of y'all need right now. Not more random applying, not more hoping. A clear way to present yourself so the right role can actually see you. Now, let's execute. I'm going to give you guys a 7-day plan to help you become a clear fit for the role you want. I call this the Match and Prove plan. Step 1, pick one role and lock it for the next 7 days. Pick one target role, one role you are truly fit for and willing to pursue this week. Not 3, not 5, 1. For example, operations manager, project manager, training specialist, account executive. Pick one lane you are truly aiming at this week and write it at the top of your notes. Say it out loud. Build around it, guys. When I say build around it, that means your headline should match the role you're going after. The top bullet points on your resume should support it. Your LinkedIn page should sound like the role that you're interested in going after. And your applications should line up with it. Guys, let's smash the like button. Can we take a quick second to smash the like button? We cooking tonight, y'all. All I'm asking is that you smash the like button to support this channel, okay? When you apply this step that I'm giving you, mind you, this is just step 1. This replaces randomly applying for different positions. It replaces trying to be everything to everybody. When you apply the step that I'm showing you, now your resume has a target. Now your LinkedIn has a target. Your search has a target. And your mind gets quiet enough to build one strong message. Step number 2, rewrite for outcomes and keywords. Take the job description for that role. Pull the real words they keep using. Then rewrite your headline, about section, and top resume bullets so that they match the role and prove results. Let me break this down. Okay, step 1, we got clear on the role. You're picking one specific role that you want to go after. Now that you've picked that one role, now you're going to start searching job descriptions for that one role. See, what we're doing in this strategy is we're going deep, not wide. The reason why it's hard for some of you to find good opportunities is because you're applying for 10 different positions, 10 different types of roles. So if you were going to be excellent at that job hunting process, you would have to display mastery around 10 different kinds of positions. That's a fool's game. I'm saying pick one role and find multiple jobs that fit that one role. So that way, when you show up, you pop out looking like a master. You show mastery in that one role. We're not going wide across every job title. We're going deep. We're picking one job title and we're going all in. Guys, I just want you to think about this. Okay, let's say project manager. How many different job postings do you think are available for project manager right now? Do you think it's just one? No, there's several. Well, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. There's many roles for that. Okay, think about in healthcare. Is there just one position open for a nurse? Or are there thousands upon thousands? I need you to hear what I'm saying. Stop thinking, oh, the way that you get a job is you try to apply for a sales position, a manager position, all these different kinds of positions, and then wonder why you don't get the call back. One role, go all in. Because once you pick that one role, the next thing that you're going to do now in step 2 is you're going to rewrite for outcomes and keywords. You look for the job postings associated with that role. You're going to take the job description for that role and you're going to pull the real words that they keep using. Look at the words that they're using in the job description. Then I want you to rewrite your headline, about section, and top resume bullet points so that they match the role and prove the results. Look at this image on the screen, guys. I took some time to put this together for y'all. I want y'all to notice something. So in this example, we're looking at someone who's applying for senior operations manager. On the job posting for this role, it lists these key responsibilities. But notice how John Doe is going to apply. John Doe is going to take every point that's mentioned in the key responsibilities, and he's going to rewrite his resume so that everything on his resume matches the key responsibilities perfectly. So for example, this first point for senior operations manager on the job post, drive operational performance and improve efficiency. John is saying improved operational performance by 22% through process optimization and efficiency initiatives. Guys, why does this work? because the company is telling you that the number one thing that they're looking for is someone who can drive operational performance. And when my client works through this job hunt, they're not just going to say, oh, I improved operational performance. They're going to quantify it. They're going to put percentages. They're going to put numbers on the page. So that way the employer can see how much real value is being added to an organization. Guys, this is just an example, but this is what I work with my clients on all the time. That's why I was telling you earlier about the resume makeover that I did with Priest Yakin. I'm well known for this, guys. All you got to do is ask. When we go into step 2 of this, we're going over how to change your outcomes and keywords, not just what you handled, what changed because you were there. How are you a game changer in your previous job experience? Okay? When you go through this step that I'm showing you guys, this is going to allow you to cut weak lines from your resume. It's going to allow you to cut filler. This is going to allow you to cut broad words, and it's going to have you use the language of the work. See, this is all about using the language that the job posting is using. It does not matter what you think sounds good. You need to say what the company wants to hear, match the role, and show proof. Okay? I want to show you something, guys. I want y'all to see something. Indeed.com tells you to do what I'm showing you right now. I'm about to put it on the screen. But before I get into that, guys, can we smash the like button? And before we move on, I want to just take a quick second to acknowledge our sponsors. Shout out to my sister Zanaya, the mod, coming through with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. She said, thanks for this information on how to build a strong resume in today's job market, because Lord knows my resume is outdated. Shout out to my brother Brandon on. He said Chief Priest is a mastermind. Listen, y'all, if y'all are getting a lot of value from this, make sure that y'all smash that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and share this content. Very important. A lot of people need this. Also, let's give a big shout out to the man that's now in first place among the sponsors, Brother Frederick. Brother Frederick just put in a $20 super chat, officially crowning him in first place. So, guys, right now, the highest sponsor is at $20. I'm updating it so that way y'all know it is Brother Frederick at the $20 level. If you want to be the official sponsor for tonight, you've got to put in a super chat above $20. Anything that you put in, guys, is much appreciated. $2, $5, $10, you name it. I greatly appreciate you for keeping this channel going, okay? So, let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You keep applying, but nobody is calling you back. Why is that? We're going over the reasons. I'm showing y'all the root of the problem, okay? Putting you back on the screen right now, Brother Frederick, acknowledging you, giving you your much due respect, okay? So let's get back into this work. I want to show y'all this article that comes from Indeed.com. I need y'all to see what's happening in this article, because I want to show you guys I'm not over here just making stuff up. The largest job posting company in the world is telling you guys the exact same thing, okay? All right, so let's check this out. So I'm sharing the screen, and make sure that y'all smash that like button if you haven't done so yet. How to tailor your resume to a job description with example. Now, guys, I want you to notice something right now. I want you to notice when this was posted on Indeed.com. December 11th, 2025. Right before this year began. Why do you think that Indeed.com just posted this? Because they know what I'm saying is true. The economy is playing by different rules. We're operating under a different game. So if you want to stand out, you've got to get with the times. Now, I need y'all to listen to what she says right here. I'm only going to play just a short part, but I want y'all to hear what she's saying. This is coming from an expert in the field.
Mistake number 8 is using the same resume for every job application. Now, this is the most common and most consequential mistake that you can make in your job search.
Did you hear what she just said? Do I need to run that back for you? She did a video about 8 mistakes that are very common on resumes. On the 8th mistake, she said that this one right here, this is the most common and the most detrimental mistake that you could make among the resumes. Now think about this, guys. What are all the kinds of mistakes that you could make on a resume? Well, for example, one thing that you could do on a resume as a mistake is you could make a typo. She's saying that not tailor making the resume like how I'm about to show you right now, that's more detrimental to your resume than if you had a typo on the resume. You know, sometimes people forget to put their contact information on the resume. Would you believe it if she says not having a tailor-made resume is more detrimental than that? If you're that good, people will find a way to get in contact with you guys. But the problem is you're not tailoring the resume. I'm going to play this one more time and I want y'all to listen good.
Mistake number 8 is using the same resume for every job application. Now, this is the most common and most consequential mistake that you can make in your job search.
She said it's the most consequential mistake that you can make. In other words, that's the biggest L. Among all L's that you could take on your resume, that's the worst one. Using the same resume for all applications, making it very generic, not tailoring the resume for the specific position that you are applying for. Hence the reason step number 2 that I'm giving you is to rewrite your resume and LinkedIn page for outcomes and keywords. Now let's look back at this article. I want y'all to notice something right here. When you look at the article, this is what it says. It says, hiring managers may sort through hundreds of resumes for a single job, meaning they often scan to find the most relevant details. The best way to get noticed as a candidate is to tailor your resume to the employer's job description. To do this, you need to showcase your most relevant qualifications using their keywords and specific phrases. Who told y'all to do that? That's how y'all know y'all in good hands. Indeed is saying this for a reason. If anybody knows this to be true, it's the #1 website that gets the most resumes. This is the #1 website that the companies use to hire people in a mass market. In this article, we explain why you should be tailoring your resume to job descriptions and provide steps and an example to help you get started. Now, see, the problem is a lot of people, they take a lazy approach to the job hunting process. They say, no, I'm going to just take one resume and I'm going to apply it to 20 different companies. I'm not going to change nothing. I'm going to keep it exactly as is. And then they wonder why they don't make top pay. They wonder why companies don't call them back. They wonder why they don't move up the ladder. Guys, whether you are working at a 9-to-5 job or you're starting or growing a business, one of the biggest keys to leveling up is front loading the work. If you can front load the work, that puts you in a good position to make sure that whenever you do something, you do it up front and the benefits are going to pay off for years to come. You're going to reap the dividends of your labor. So when we look at this, you're going to do the upfront work of finding out what does your role's specific job description have for you? What does it say on its website? Pay attention to the keywords. Pay attention to the things that they say that they want, and then you're going to tailor your resume to that. Okay. Now, I'm not going to read through the whole article. I'm just going to talk about a couple things. Okay. Benefits of tailoring your resume. Let's just look at the high points right here, guys. What are the benefits of tailoring your resume? It demonstrates your alignment with the job, meaning it shows companies why you're the right person for the job, not just that you want a job. It proves your interest. See, when you have a tailor-made resume, it shows that you're very interested in that position. People who have generic resumes, it sends a message to the company. They don't really care about that particular company. They don't care about that particular role. If somebody has a generic resume, it's like they're just putting stuff everywhere, like a flyer, hoping that somebody's going to bite at it. We are living in very competitive times, guys. You could easily get one upped by somebody that's got a tailor-made resume. You be that person that has the advantage. It emphasizes the employer's needs. Okay, so who has the best opportunity at getting the job? Somebody that's not directly addressing the employer's needs, or the person that's addressing the employer's needs head on? That goes back to the example that I showed y'all. Remember when I broke this down for you in this image that I created? That's exactly what John Doe did right here. He went on the site to see the job description for the senior operations manager, and then he rewrote his entire resume to match the job description. Guys, if y'all don't take nothing else away from this, screenshot this image right here. So that way, when you start rewriting your resume, you just follow the exact same format. Keep the exact same idea in mind. Back to the article. It emphasizes the employer's needs. It can help you pass applicant tracking systems. Now, I've been saying since the start of the stream that the game has changed. And one of the things that has changed in this current market is that now companies screen resumes using applicant tracking systems. Long gone are the days where you apply for a position and you just submit the application and then it goes straight to a human being. Now, before it gets to a human being, it's going through an AI-based screening system. Doing what I'm showing you can help you pass applicant tracking systems. Guys, let me tell y'all something. One of the reasons why clients work with me is just to get past these AI tracking systems. These AI tracking systems are so hard. It can sift out people instantly. And the reason why this is making the job market more difficult for the average person is because it doesn't have any emotions. So just imagine you go to a job fair. And yeah, you know what? You have a good conversation with the recruiter. When the recruiter tells you to apply for a job on the website, the AI doesn't care about the conversation that y'all had. It has no feelings, so you cannot woo the AI. You cannot win it over because you had a nice smile. All it's going to care about is, did you get past the screening tool, yes or no? And a big part of the screening has to do with the keywords. Guys, smash that like button. This is where a lot of people get stopped. Many of today's hiring managers use these tools to filter through resumes using keywords from the job description. Tailoring your resume using the job description will improve your chances of having your resume read. Here's how I want you to think about it. A lot of companies use software that tell hiring managers how closely your resume matches the job description. You want to get as close to matching 100% of the job description as possible. If two people submit a resume and the software says that one person matches the job description at a 98% level and another person matches the job description at a 30% level, you tell me who you think is about to get the interview and potentially hired. Who do you think is going to get screened? I want you guys to start thinking like, okay, if there's a position and let's say 100 people apply, don't you think that the software has a certain baseline or a certain minimum quota that says every resume that's not at least 60% matching our job description, cut them out? I don't care if the person has a PhD, cut them out. That's the day and age we live in, guys. It's no longer about making impressions with people. Now you have to make impressions with systems. And the only way that you can do that effectively is by using the keywords that are coming from the job description. I told my clients about this years before AI even came out. Years before companies were using this, I was telling my clients it. But now it is mission critical. It is more important than ever. And that's the reason why we always talk about these strategy calls. So guys, now when you apply the step that I'm showing you, your resume and LinkedIn page sounds closer to the job. Now the fit is easier for companies to see. Now that you've done this step up front, now companies want you. Now they're calling back. But that's not enough, guys. This is just step 2. I got another step for you. Step 3, apply narrow and keep score. For the next 7 days, I want you to apply only to roles that truly match the lane that you picked. I want you to track each one, the role you applied for, the date you applied, which resume you used for that company. Has the company replied to you or have they stayed silent? Guys, I need you to follow this. After each application that you submit, I want you to ask one question. Did my message clearly match the role? Guys, you must do this. When you do this, you start learning from the job market what actually works. You see what's hidden, and you stop wasting effort on bad fit roles. You stop wasting time on bad positions. You're able to get better opportunities with more precision. And guys, if that's not enough, I got a bonus for you guys. Here's the bonus. Pick one tonight. Here's the first thing you could do. Ask one trusted brother to look at your headline and tell you what job he thinks you want in 5 seconds. If he can't tell what role you want in 5 seconds, your page is still too loose. What's this bonus? I want you to show someone, a friend of yours, someone that you can trust professionally, your LinkedIn page and your resume. Just let them review the top. What's at the headline of it? How do you best describe yourself? Have them look at it, and without you saying anything to them, have them tell you what job they think that you're applying for in 5 seconds. Have them look at it. Don't spend no more than 5 seconds of them looking at it. And just by looking at the headline alone, what job do they think you're applying for? If they can't tell you what role you want after looking at your page for 5 seconds, your page is still too loose. It's not clear enough. Why is it 5 seconds? Because that's how long the average recruiter is going to look at your resume. That's how long the AI is going to look at your resume. 5 seconds. If you can pass the 5-second test with the person, you have a better chance of getting a better position. That's just the first bonus option. The second bonus option, record yourself saying your target role and your top proof points out loud for 1 minute so that your LinkedIn About section sounds like a real man wrote it. Okay, guys? A lot of times people make resumes and LinkedIn pages that doesn't sound real, and companies pick up on that. The purpose of you saying this out loud is so that your about you sounds natural. It sounds clear. It sounds human. Instead of it sounding stiff, vague, or copied, that could disqualify you from a position. If it sounds like a machine wrote your resume, that can disqualify you from a position. If it sounds like a machine wrote your LinkedIn page, that can disqualify you from a position. I'm going to keep repeating this all night. The rules have changed. It's not people who are always reviewing your resume and LinkedIn. It's artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can tell if artificial intelligence wrote your resume. And the minute they see that, is going to snitch on you. And then they're going to tell the recruiters that's not him. This is AI. This is not this real person. And guess who the AI is going to favor? It's going to favor the person who wrote in language that sounds like an actual human, guys. That's why this step is so important. But the third option, remove one bullet point that says that work was done and replace that bullet point with a bullet that shows how you changed things within a company. Just change one bullet, guys. One stronger bullet point can start shifting your whole resume from a task list to proof. Remember what I told you earlier. Companies do not care about all of the duties that you performed at a job. They care about the results that you brought. So just start by just changing one bullet point. That's it. And that's already going to put you in a much better position. Guys, if this work is helping you out tonight, support the session with a super chat. If you guys got a lot of value from tonight's session, donate to the cause. Let's keep this on air. And thank you all so much for tapping in with me. Continue to smash that like button. And I want to give a special shout out to those who have put in more super chats. I see my brother, Elder Yasharala, has come through with another $5 super chat. Elder Yasharala says, my brother Frederick has to come on camera. He was doing the duty other day with his business. Okay, Brother Frederick, if you're there, man, it sounds like you got to get on camera. It sounds like it's time for me to drop the link to Cam Up.
Time to cam Step up. In, it's time to cam up. Keep it for 20 cents, step in. Get to the light, we going live. Yeah, it's your moment tonight. You're live, let's build. Time to cam.
Guys, we got the link to get on camera. I'm showing y'all how to do this thing, okay? I'm giving y'all all of these gems for free. This is a whole resume workshop right here. This is a whole LinkedIn workshop right here. And you know what I got to do? I got to do this right now. I'm going to do this for my brother Awesome. I don't know if he's on, but anybody from Awesome's community, I just got to do this for y'all right now in honor of my brother. I'm going to put this link out there and I'm going to pin it. I'm going to pin the link for y'all to get on camera in the comments section, because that's one of the things that we're doing over at my brother's channel. We're pinning the link so that way y'all can get on camera with us and chop it up. Shout out to Sister Maya. She said, powerful session tonight, sir. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see Angie still with me. I see Jessica is still with me. Hey, listen, y'all. If we could put together my tech and Awesome's engagement on his channel, oh man, we would be untouchable. If we could put together how to do all the tech stuff that we know how to do over here, and the way that that brother knows how to engage with people over there, oh man, it'd be an unstoppable channel. Shout out to Introvert. I see you on. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. All right, it's going down. So shout out once again to my brother Elder Yasharala for that super chat. Once again, I put the link for y'all to get on camera. I'm seeing something. Now, before I bring this person on camera, I first have to acknowledge our next sponsor. Shout out to Michelle Jael for the $20 super chat. Listen, y'all, it is going down. Right now, we have two people tied for first place. We have Brother Frederick and we have Michelle Jael, both tied at the $20 level, okay? So I don't know who's going to be in first place. I don't know who's going to break the tie, but I know this. If you're going to be in first place moving forward, the super chat has to be over $20. If you've already put in a donation, you don't have to put another donation above $20. Just add on to what you've already given. Whatever y'all want to put in is most appreciated. I see you. I see you, my sister. I see you, Sis Tambry. All right, now, it brings me great honor to acknowledge a very special brother, a man that's very dedicated to the platform. I can't acknowledge him because I don't see his camera on. I see he's connected, but I don't see the camera. If you could refresh, we got my brother Frederick in the house, y'all. Can we give a round of applause for Brother Frederick? Brother Frederick is on. He's in the backstage, but I need you to refresh. You see, you bringing back some trauma from a little bit earlier, Brother Frederick. I'm gonna just tell you that right now because I was on the phone on this Brother Awesome's channel earlier. People were seeing me on camera. I wasn't having no plans of being on camera. I'm calling the brother. I'm on video. I'm trying to help my brother out. Just troubleshooting. So if you could refresh your page, sir, and get on camera. Listen, everybody else, get on camera with your boy. If you got value, man, get on camera because I always tell y'all, when you get on camera with me, you're asking questions that don't just benefit you because I'm giving you the game custom made for you when you ask me your specific question. Like when I do these sessions, these are general sessions for everybody. But when you get on camera with me, I'm able to help you through your specific scenario. Okay, so get on camera with me, y'all. All right, I got the link pinned in the chat. Click the link and listen. Even if you don't want to be on camera, you can still click the link and tap in with me through the audio, and I can talk to you, and I'll be the one that's on the screen, guys. There's no excuse. Okay, listen to me. If this problem has been costing you real opportunities, don't sit there hoping that it fixes itself. Come on camera with me and let's tighten up your message so you can become a clearer fit for the role that you want. If you're ready to plan your next move, guys, hop on camera. Oh, great question. Great question. That might be my favorite question for tonight. Sis Tamry asks, are women allowed to get on camera? Absolutely. Okay. All y'all got to do is click the link and I'm going to put you on camera. That's all you got to do.
Time to cam step in, it's time to cam up. Keep it for 20 cents, step in. Quick to the light, we going live. Yeah, it's your moment tonight. Your life is built. Time to cam up.
Sis Adea is in the house. She says she always at work. Did that mean that you would tap in with me if you wasn't at work? My sister, does that mean that you would get on camera with your brother if that wasn't the case? Sister Shemaiah said, don't be shy. Let's see a new face tonight or dial in. Okay. I'm waiting for my brother Frederick to hop back on. I haven't seen him on the backstage, but let me say this while the men are getting set up. I want us to have a couple questions, even if you just got to put it in the chat, y'all. Even if you got to put it in the chat and you can't get on camera or you can't do the audio thing, I get it. Put a question in, guys, okay? This could be very, very valuable, okay? You might say, hey, listen, I've applied to 40 jobs and I haven't heard anything, Uzziah. What am I doing wrong? I've got experience. My experience is real, but I don't know what role to target. My LinkedIn page, I know that it's not where it needs to be. How can I fix it? I don't know what your situation is, guys, but I know that if all you did was just put your situation in the comments and you asked me a question, I could help you solve that tonight, right now, all for free. Oh man, my brother Frederick, you was just on. You were just on, brother Frederick, and I was about to put you on the camera. But I do see that we got someone else in the house. So until you come back, Brother Frederick, I'm first going to put in Brother Joshua. Shout out, Brother Joshua in the house. Now, for those of y'all that are on,
excuse me,
for those of y'all that are on, please make sure that when y'all tap in, have your lighting, have your situation ready. I see you on, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Elder. How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir, and I'm glad that you're on because I do want to be able to speak with you, even about topics beyond this session. But I do want us to talk about this session, especially for everybody that's tapping in. So, how are things going for you as it relates to the job hunt? Have you been working on your resume? What's going on right now?
Actually, yeah, I had a brother fill out a resume for me, like fix up my old one. But I've been doing volunteer work at a pantry, and I got offered a position today. So I started at $20 an hour for like 12 hours a week. But
My
it's
brother,
good.
congratulations. Shout out. Okay, excellent. Now, man, I want to make sure that you keep me posted with how this opportunity goes. I know that it's been something that you've been in prayer for a minute. So congratulations to you, my brother. All praises to the Most High.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. While I've got you on, is there anything that you wanted to ask me about tonight's session?
I did, but it was regarding a matter of the school that was here in Austin, so we can talk about that later. I want to keep everything in good spirits, but that was it. I had read your peace agreement.
Correct.
Yes, sir, I had read it. So we can talk about that later, though. I've been trying to see what would be the best way to apply Matthew 18 to just certain situations. But after reading your letter, it gave me a little bit more insight as to how to go about certain things with brothers. So I just admire your humility, sir.
Hey, I admire your zeal, my brother. And it was brought to my attention, that something had recently transpired where you might have reached out, to certain people on the platform. I'm not going to go into details on that because, again, this platform is about business. But I did want to request this of you, my brother. I know that you're very zealous, and I know that your heart is in the right place. I would ask, if you're going on select platforms, if you and I have not discussed certain matters, I definitely would not want you to have anyone under the impression that you and I have discussed things. We've only discussed men of order business thus far. Am I correct?
Yes, that's 100% correct, sir.
Okay, now it might not have been your intent for anybody to get, that misconstrued, but, it was brought to my attention that my name was brought up concerning a matter that I had never discussed with you, and I don't have any issue concerning you because I know that your heart is in the right place. But I know what people can do with words, especially regarding me. People can take words and they can do things with it. They could try to make it sound like I put you up to doing things that I had no idea about. You and I, we had never spoken on anything outside of business, and so I just wanted to be clear on that. Sometimes I've mentioned to people, even in my congregation, that when it comes to issues, especially that people have, I really prefer that my name is not brought up, because when my name gets brought up, it tends to add like sensationalism to it. You may have noticed that, if you know what I'm talking about. Whenever you mention my name, there was a certain energy that came on the back end of that, and I had no involvement in that. So anyway, my brother, I do look forward to the opportunity for us to be able to speak. Thank you for getting on the camera with me.
Yes, sir.
And I am definitely congratulating you, man, and celebrating you for getting this new opportunity. I know that it's been a journey. I know that it's come with much prayer, and let's all continue to pray for our brother Joshua, that he's able to maintain his position, that he's well favored in his position, and that it gives you a great opportunity to be able to provide for yourself and, Lord's willing, your future family. Congratulations, my brother. Blessings to you always.
Thank you, Elder.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So let me now get the next man on camera. And I'm seeing y'all got some comments for me. I see y'all got some questions for me in the comments section. I'm going to address that. First dibs got to go to folks on camera. You know, it's been a minute, man. I thought the man that I'm about to bring on camera, man, I thought that he disowned me. I thought that he done forgot all about me. It has been so long since I done seen this man. I'm like, man, what did I do? But I'm so honored to acknowledge my elder is on. Shout out to the one, the only Elder Yasharala.
Shalom, Chief.
Elder Yasharala is in the house. Shalom to you, elders. Good to see you today, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir. How are you today, sir?
Fine. I'll never forget about you. I've been working hard.
Yes, sir.
I'm in Statesboro, Georgia right now. So
okay.
But like you said, putting the plan, like you said before, putting the plan together and watching the class, I have to wait 90 days because I was doing my credit. I reach out to other people who are doing better than you. Don't do it. Let them do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're correct. So I don't do credit anymore. That's done. So I'm going to somebody else has a better plan, and we're suing some people right now. So I wait those days up. Because credit has changed. It keeps changing. It changed like that. You know what I'm saying? But now you can sue the credit companies now after you do so many things. So I'm going through him now to handle all that. You know what I'm saying? So when we wait, bank will wait 90 days to clear some things up and get that out of the way first. So yes.
Wow. Yeah, sounds like you're a busy man. Tell me, is there anything that you got from tonight's session?
Yes, I did. Like you said, the resume is excellent. Like you said, because I never done a resume. I think once in my life, because this job here, 99% don't want resumes. You go there, they're like legal application. You're gonna pull two things really, which is your MVR, motor vehicle report, you know what I mean, and your DAC report, for drugs and stuff like that, and you do your drug test in the physical. That's most of what they want, you know what I mean. That will show everything right. Was your driving correct, driving career, your points, et cetera, et cetera. You get points too for having CDL. A lot of drivers don't know, so when you drivers make a mistake, you get points on your license. A lot of points don't go away to after 3 years, so it will stay with you for its minimum to severe. You know what I mean? But I have a good driving record, so you know what I mean?
I'm definitely happy about that.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for the plug, like I said. If you can get in the class, like you said, I have to wait. I can't pull the gun yet. It's not ready for me right now. Other advice said, no, wait till we get it done with the lawyer. Got a free lawyer too. So all of that, he's doing that too. He's doing a great job. So, you know what I mean? So if anybody want to know, if up to you first, I refer to him if they want to get that done first. You know what I mean? So.
Yes, sir. And while you're on, let me first tell everybody to make sure that they smash that like button. If you haven't yet done so, make sure that you smash the like button as you come in, before you leave. Smash that like button. Very, very important. Now, I got a question for you, Elder. I've talked about how the job market has changed. And I want to know, in your experience, have you witnessed that? Like, I don't know when is the last time that you've submitted a resume to a company, or if you would have any plans on doing so in the future. But based upon everything that we talked about tonight, have you seen a shift in the job market, especially as it pertains to how people apply for positions?
I see the shift I see is that like everything's going to AI. You know what I mean? Like when I pay my bills now, it's AI. I only get a customer number. You know what I mean? It's AI. Press this, press that, press this. Everything's AI. But like you said before, I think there's a small shift. But they're looking for quality. Some companies look for quality, not quantity.
Correct. Yeah, and because you're on, I want to gift this to everybody. A lot of the interviews are shifting to AI. People are thinking, okay, hey, well, as long as I can get past the application process, okay, my resume and my application is going to be screened using AI. But no, it's not. It's not just going to be AI in the job screening for the application. You're actually going to start doing interviews, and the interviewer is going to be AI. They're going to start taking away humans from interviewing people, and it's just going to be very robotic exchanges. And I've actually seen this happen with some of my clients. I've actually seen people, apply for high-paying positions. And if you can't get past that robot, you don't even move on to any more rounds. And like I was saying earlier, that can be very challenging for people, because you know how it is whenever somebody is getting on an interview, it's very like, well, you try to be warm. You try to be friendly. You try to be, inviting. The robot don't care about that. Ain't no, oh yeah, hey, how's it going? How are you today? A little small talk, little icebreaker, and then you get into it, you ease your way in. No, now with these AI interviews, as soon as you hop in, you get into it. And so I just wanted to put that out there for the audience tonight, just as my way of thanking you for hopping on, just to show how much the game has truly changed. In fact, I see right now, Mrs. Israel in the comments says, so true. I've had multiple AI interviews. If you wouldn't mind, Mrs. Israel, speak on that. Like, speak on what the experience was like for you in having multiple AI interviews, and what you think might be like one of the biggest shifts that people are going to have to make. Since Zanaya said times have definitely changed. Indeed, it has. Can you still hear me, Elder Yasharala?
Yes, sir. I can still hear you. Yes, sir. I can still hear you.
Okay.
The shift to me is that I know I'm going to shift my delay on it. But for interviews, we don't do interviews anymore. Everything is on stream, or interviews, taking a test, it's done on interview. Take the log out, circle record, everything. It's crazy. So, about it. Email saying, hey, go take a test.
The reception's a little choppy, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I'm in a bad spot.
Okay. No problem at all, sir.
I'm in a bad spot.
No problem at all. Most importantly, it's good to see you. I'm glad that all is well.
Yes.
I'm happy that you've been taking care of business as always. And thank you for not forgetting about little old me, sir. I appreciate that.
No problem, sir. We talk later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Elder Yasharala, chess champion extraordinaire. Y'all make sure y'all continue to support Elder Yasharala, man. Definitely a longtime supporter for Men of Order and this channel altogether. Hey, shout out Fancy. Good to see you on. Happy to see all of y'all on tonight. We're talking about you keep applying, but nobody is calling you back. And I gave y'all a step-by-step walkthrough on how to overcome that. I did see a question. And let me know, mods, if there was any other question that came up outside of the one that I'm about to read. This question comes from Hannah Judah Israel. She says, if we lack social proof when looking for clients, what do you think about getting paid in percentage versus a flat rate? If I was a business owner and I lacked social proof, meaning maybe you haven't worked with a lot of people who have spoken highly about your services, I would first start giving people some of my services for free and in exchange provide testimonial. When you do that, it's going to do two things. One, it's going to build up your social proof because people are going to give you great feedback in exchange for all the value that you've given them. But secondly, and this is the most important thing, it's actually going to show you how to drastically improve your offering. When you're a business owner and you don't yet have a lot of clientele, one of the best moves that you can make is just offering a lot of your services for free. Because a lot of times people think, okay, hey, you know, I can charge for my services and people should pay it. But if you don't have clients yet, you may not know why people are not paying yet. You might not know how people would feel even if they did pay you for a service. So what I would do is I would start with maybe, especially depending upon, you know, how extensive your services are, I would run a promotion. My first 5 to 10 clients, I'm going to work with you for free. You're going to go through everything with them from start to finish. You know, if I were doing something like this, here's how I would do it. I would run a promotional campaign where I would send out a message saying, hey, you know, for the first 5 to 10 people that are interested, click this link to sign up to work with me. I'm going to give you everything that I have to offer for free. I'm going to show you how to get a better job in 90 days. I'm going to show you how to start and grow a business, especially in the age of AI. I'm going to show you how to be able to manage your money automated. I'm going to show you how to do that. And in exchange, all I need from you is to actually go through the steps that I'm breaking down. Now, why is that important? Well, because, you know, in my line of business, people could listen to what I have to say, but they may not actually apply it. And so I'm getting a lot of value from someone applying my steps so that I can actually witness how it worked out for them. If I'm working with clients and I'm giving them my services for free and everything that I'm saying isn't working, well, then that gives me, and of course that doesn't actually happen. There's been a ton of clients that have talked about how much value I'm giving. I'm just speaking hypothetically. If I had clients that are saying, hey, you know what, I tried this, but this doesn't work, I'm actually benefiting from me offering my service to this person for free. Why? Because I would not have wanted to offer somebody a product of something that doesn't work and I had big money behind it. So for a lot of you guys, the best way to build up your social proof is to just offer your products and services for free. Not forever, just long enough to start building up name and reputation. And then as you get people's feedback, because that's what they've got to do, they have to commit to going, using your products and services and then providing feedback regarding it. That's the key. Once they provide that feedback, They can give you private feedback about how to improve your products or services. And then they can give you public feedback raving about, how great it was to work with you. When you have that, now that could be a lot better for you early in the game than actually charging customers. Because if you're just charging customers straight away, if what you're offering isn't meeting their expectations across the board, they might just stop working with you. And you'll never know why. But now you have set up a business relationship where they have to give you feedback, and the feedback is only going to make your business better, and it's going to help you for the long term. A lot of people, they can get very short-sighted and they say, hey, well, you know what? I need the money now, or I want to grow the business now. The best way to grow the business now is to do the work up front so that you get the most long-term value. I hope that was very helpful. Also, guys, please do let me know if you got a lot of value from what I was just sharing with Sister Hannah. Sister Hannah, if you could, please let me know if I've answered your question. If you have any other questions, or if there's anything that I need to clarify on that, please do let me know. Fancy said that she shared the live earlier. Thanks so much for that, Fancy. Greatly appreciate that. I see Sister Colleen is in the house. Shout out to Sister Colleen. Brother Frederick said that he's having some technical difficulties with his camera. No problem, King. Hopefully we link up very soon, Lord willing. Here's the feedback. Very important. I hope you all caught this. This is Mrs. Israel providing feedback about AI interviews. She says there is also very little time to think about your answer. You need to be ready to quickly respond. I have notes to reference because it will move on to the next question when you have a long pause. So, guys, I need y'all to think about that. When you do these AI interviews, because that's going to be the future, you're not going to have the luxury of just being able to sit there and ponder on it as you would have done in the past. Now, you got to really respond very quickly and be well prepared so that the robot can take your response and hopefully tell the recruiters that you're the right person for the job. Being very prepared is key. And that's the reason why I told y'all in the last session that we had about the interview process that I did last week, about the importance of practicing. The more you've practiced for the role, the better off you're going to be for the position. Okay, so I think that there was another comment here from Mrs. Israel. She said, the AI interviews are so different because you can't have any small talk with the AI voice. It's just looking for answers to the questions, okay? So y'all got to keep that in mind as well. You got to keep that in mind as well. Okay, great question from Jessica. Do you have to cam up? No, you don't have to cam up, Jessica. I'm just happy to see you on. Thank you for joining and keeping me in mind. It's good to see you. If you have a question, you can either type your question in the chat, or if you would prefer to talk without being on camera, you can click the link to You could click the link that I put in. And when you click the link, you won't be brought on camera. I will be full screen, and I'll just listen to your audio, and I'll respond that way. Whatever works best for you, Jessica, I'm here, okay? So Sister Hannah says, yes, thank you, sir. It makes sense. That is what I am actually doing for 2 small businesses right now. So you've confirmed that I'm on the right path. Excellent. So now that you're doing that, Sister Hannah, I think the most important thing for you right now is just to ensure that you have a questionnaire that captures all of the important feedback that you need from your clients so that you can build the social proof as quickly as possible. And so that way you can have the highest quality product as quickly as possible. You want to make sure that you have a questionnaire that addresses every part of the satisfaction that people are getting from your service. Okay, guys, if y'all got any other questions, feel free to get on camera. Feel free to leave the question in the comments. I'm here for y'all. However y'all want to get in contact with me, it's all good. Just do something and do it right now while we're still on. Because right now it's time to run the play. If you haven't already smashed the like button, guys, what you waiting on? Hit that thumbs up button. It's totally free to do so. It goes a really long way to sending this message out to more people. Guys, don't leave this channel a secret. A lot of y'all be talking about how much value you get from this channel, and y'all be hitting me up saying, man, it's crazy that more people don't know about your channel. I need y'all support. The support is smash that like button, share it, leave a comment, so that way more people are able to see what this channel is all about, guys, okay? To help this channel move forward. Okay, so I do see that Jessica is coming on in the background. You just need your mic set up only, Jessica. You just need your mic set up only. If you're going to talk, you don't have to have your camera on. Just having your mic on is perfectly fine, and then we can go from there. There's an icon on the studio that says no camera. You can just hit that, but unmute your microphone, and then that will help you get online with me. Right now, it's saying that the devices are not connected. Okay, perfect. Okay, I see you might be refreshing. I'm going to still be on standby for you, Jessica, and if anybody else wants to get on, feel free to hop on. I see that she's trying to get herself situated. We'll figure something out. Sis Shemaya said Women of Order representing. Shout out to Women of Order. I see that y'all are enjoying tonight's session. If y'all want me to do more sessions like this, leave a comment. Let me know. You know, I'm here for the people. I'm not here to talk to myself. So whatever it is that y'all want me to talk about, leave me a comment and let me know what you want me to talk about so that I could give y'all as much value as possible, okay? While Jessica is trying to get herself situated, we're going to talk about running this play, guys, okay? So here's what I want y'all to do. Here's what I want y'all to do, all right? For the next 7 days, I want you to do 5 things. Number 1, pick one target role. Pick one lane, guys. That's going to give us clarity. Number 2, remember what I was saying. Like, don't go wide with it. Go deep. Take one role, go all in. Figure out what that one role is, and then position yourself with excellence. Pick one target role. Okay, number 2, rewrite your resume, the top section, and the top bullets for that role. Okay, so again, we're taking one role and we're going in. We're going deep into that position. So you're going to rewrite your resume. Let's focus right now just at the top of the resume, guys. We're not going to do a complete resume makeover. Some of y'all, you might want to get with me on a strategy session to fix it from top to bottom. Right now, let's get the top of the resume right. Why does the top of the resume matter? Because that's the most important part that most people are going to review if they don't review anything else. As I've been saying, if somebody cannot look at your resume and figure out what role you want to apply for within 5 seconds, you don't need to change no other part of the resume because you've already bombed it right there. Get the headline right. You could get a lot of other things wrong and still get hired as long as you get the headline right. Rewrite your resume top section and top bullet points for that role. Step number 3, I want you to rewrite your LinkedIn headline. Guys, if you don't have a LinkedIn, get one. As I told you, LinkedIn is the most affluent social media platform. Some of y'all be on ratchet platforms. You be on the platforms where it's like, okay, nobody got a job. Everybody's struggling. And see, when you get yourself in that kind of echo chamber, it becomes very dangerous because now you think, oh, there's no way you could get ahead because look, everybody is in the situation. You're not in the right room. You know how they got that saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room? Put yourself in better rooms. Get on LinkedIn. Find out what the go-getters are doing. Look at how the top performers on LinkedIn are doing their page. I want you guys to get set up on LinkedIn and rewrite your LinkedIn headline and your about section so that it matches your resume. Even if you have a LinkedIn page right now, make sure that you take the time for your resume and your LinkedIn to match. Very important. Now for step 4, apply only to matched roles for 7 days. Guys, you know what you bring to the table. You know the one role that you need to go after. Look for that one role, figure out the job description, and apply only to those after you've rewritten your resume to match the language of that job description. Sister Zanaya said, thanks, Chief Priest, you're a job saver. Hey, that's what I do. That's what I do. You know, I've helped many clients, and I give all praise to the Most High God for this. I've worked with many clients who have gotten promotions. I've had clients that have had 5-figure raises. I've had clients that have been high 6-figure earners. Guys, this stuff works. Apply only to the matched roles for the next 7 days. And then I want you to keep score on every application and every reply. This goes back to what I was telling y'all in step 3 a little bit earlier, okay? Apply narrow and keep score, okay? Keep score. It's not enough that you just apply for a position. Keep score of how the process is going. Because if you keep score, that's going to give you a better idea of what is working and what is not. Look at the application tracker that I put together for you guys on the screen. Man, I done gave y'all all this value. Y'all better use it. I feel like this, I need to be putting this in the program. Take this info, guys. This can change your life. Look at the application tracker. Okay, what's the role that you applied for? What date did you apply for it? What version resume did you use to apply for? Because you got to keep track of which resume went to what company. Why? Remember, we're tailor making each resume for each company that we're going for. So no 2 resumes are the same. We're front loading the effort. And then you need to track the status of if the company replied. Guys, by being this organized, it's going to make you a beast in the job market. It is going to make you top tier. And the more that you start applying these practices that I'm showing you, the more you're going to see how much more people are willing to pay you, because they can see how polished and professional you are. They're going to see you're not the average person. You're coming correct. And people can see that and real recognize real. Fancy Love said, free rich information for real. Shout out to Keely. Say, good evening, chat. Shout out to Keely for joining. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Keely said, I just lost my job yesterday. I will follow these steps in my search. Thank you. I'm so sorry to hear that. And I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that you get another job as quickly as possible. Yes. Start on this video. I did another session last week going into more detail about this. So make sure that you check that out as well, okay? I did a stream last week. It was called You're Qualified, but You Still Can't Get the Job. Make sure that you check that out as well. Apply the steps, and I'm telling you, this might be a blessing in disguise. Shout out to you, and thank you so much for coming to the channel. It's always a blessing to see folks from my family on Austin's channel in the house, okay? Excellent, 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 excellent. All right, y'all. So, Jessica, you still there? I don't know if the curse of the beast got to you. I saw you were trying to get on so that way we could talk about your situation. You had wanted to talk to me. even if you can't talk through the audio, you could still leave a question in the chat. Okay, please don't get discouraged. I know some of y'all, this tech stuff, it be tricky. Okay, but that's why I try to have so many different ways for y'all to tap in with me. So even if you can't get on the audio or the camera, please do let me know that you want to talk to me in the comments section, guys, so that way I can help as many of y'all as I can. I'm putting in the link to get on camera one last time for anybody that wants to do so. But again, guys, we're talking about running the play right now, okay? I need y'all to run this play. And if you haven't yet done so, make sure that you smash that like button too, okay? Y'all know that's the least you could do for all of the value that came out tonight. Please do so if you got a lot from tonight's session, okay? So guys, I wanted to talk about this as we talk about running this play, okay? I want us to talk about this. When you run this play, guys, run the play, and I want receipts, okay? I want you guys to drop your receipt in the comments after the live. I want y'all to let me know. Okay, I see Jessica got it figured out. Jessica got it figured out. I'm about to bring you on right now, Jessica. Don't go nowhere. I'm telling the people to come back with receipts about the role that you picked, the line that you changed in your resume, how many matched applications you sent, and what happened. I want y'all to let me know that. Let me know that in the comments section so that way you apply everything that I showed you tonight. I am so excited to announce we got a new special guest on. Jessica is in the house. Hey, Jessica.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How are you doing, ma'am?
Good, thank you. I'm so embarrassed. My gosh.
Please don't be embarrassed. I'm so happy to have you on. And I had already said it. I was like, oh no, you didn't get hit with the curse of the beast, did you?
No, I know, right? No, I'm embarrassed.
I'm glad you got it figured out. Sorry I didn't have the number to call you like I was trying to call him earlier, troubleshooting. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me. I
Anytime.
just had a few questions. I feel like this is a good live for me. So
Okay.
I wrote down so the LinkedIn thing that you said that you like within the first 5 minutes or whatever, somebody has to know what you're applying for. But
Yes.
how specific does it have to be? Like, for example, nursing, but like, do you want to work with children or do you want to work in the ER or something like that? Like, does it have to be that specific?
I recommend that it is, but you're aligning the headline with the job description for the nursing position that you would want. So just to give an example, and I'm going to provide a loose example, especially because, the medical industry is not my bread and butter. But let's just say that someone was going to be like in the field of pediatrics. It's going to be very important to write something about being a pediatrician in that headline rather than just saying, hey, I'm looking to work in the health industry. A lot of times, whenever people have a headline on their LinkedIn, or they might have an objective or a summary statement on their resume, they might talk about what industry they're after or some generic role, but they don't have the level of detail that the job role itself requires. You actually want it to be really specific because that'll be a telltale sign to employers that you're actually invested in working for them. The more generic the headline is, the more it actually repels employers. So you want to find the right balance of being very specific, using the exact keywords that match a job description for the role that you would want.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I was
Sounds
saying
like there's still a bit of
my thing
uncertainty.
is not nursing. I was just giving an example, but
Okay.
because I'm kind of open to anything.
Okay, I'm glad that you said that too, because remember, that was one of the things that we talked about a little bit earlier. I'm not sure if you caught that at the beginning. You know, we were talking about one of the biggest things that gets a lot of people caught up in the job hunt is it's too broad. You know, like the one of the big problems is, you know, this economy that we're in is so competitive. It's designed for people that are like dedicated to a niche area. So anytime there's an opportunity to take on a good position where you can be gainfully employed, there's always going to be someone who is operating as a specialist in that area, right? So let's just take the field of technology as an example. I have a little bit more expertise in that industry. You know, if somebody says on LinkedIn or their resume, you know, hey, you know, I'm looking to contribute to the tech industry, they're going to get blown out of the water by someone that is a machine learning developer, a certified machine learning developer. If there was a position, you know, for someone who is a programmer of machine learning, who are they going to go for? The person that says that they're certified as a machine learning expert, or the person that just says they want to be in tech? That's just one basic example of how you when you want to think about your resume headline and your LinkedIn headline as though you were writing somebody's name on paper. You want the person on the other end to see your headline as though it has their name on it. So like when I work with clients, for example, I would tell them, hey, on the resume, put the specific name of the company that you're applying for, just so that the employer knows that you're not interested in working for anyone else when you're applying for this position. Let the employer know that you are dedicated to working for them. But when we're talking about like things being too broad, this was one of the important pieces that I was talking about a little bit earlier. The root of the problem for most people is that they don't have a clear work target because their ambitions are too broad. They're willing to take a job in multiple roles and in multiple industries, and that's always going to put you at a disadvantage from the people who are more specialized in that area. You know, everybody that's going into an industry, they're always going to be up against people who are dedicated and committed to that industry. Companies are going to want to hire the people who are dedicated in that industry first before people that are just kind of testing the waters.
Okay. And yeah, tech is that's my field. I was embarrassed to say it because I couldn't get on here quick enough.
Oh no, don't be embarrassed. No, hey, trust me, I understand the you know, us tech folks, they expect us to know everything, but a lot of times we be the first ones going through challenges. You know, when I graduated with a degree in technology, information systems, worked at Hewlett Packard for a number of years as a business consultant, as an IT project manager. Trust me, I know how it goes. But yes, in the tech field, that is a very specific industry right there, sis. That's a very detailed industry. So the more detailed that you can be, is, and you should know this, because if any company is adopting to AI to screen candidates, it's going to be tech companies. So that's why it's going to be just very important to have that headline really dialed in.
And I guess it's just so stressful because it's so competitive, and I got like side gigs where I do people's websites and stuff like that for them, and
Mm.
um, but I want to work for like a large tech company. And so I was just going to ask, how important do you think networking and stuff like that for me would be?
Networking is important, but you have to network properly. To give an example, like you see all of these different like networking events and mixers where people will just go and show up to a happy hour and they don't really go with any strategy in mind. If you're just going to a networking event without any rhyme or reason, I would strongly discourage against that, because you'll end up wasting a lot of precious time. The way that I would network, especially in this day and age, as I mentioned, first, I would network on LinkedIn. And the way that I would network on LinkedIn is I would start to reach out to people that are already on my friends list in LinkedIn, but are tied to people that work at companies that I want to join. So let's just imagine that right now I wanted to work for Google, but I don't know anyone personally that works for Google. The great thing about LinkedIn is it's going to tell you like the 6 degrees of separation on if you know somebody that knows somebody that works at Google. So what I would do is, I would, again, and this is the reason why dialing in the role is so important, because if you don't have a specific role and a specific position dialed in, it's going to be more vague, and it's going to be that much harder to actually find something that works. It's going to be harder to network that way. What I would do is, if I wanted to work at Google, I would go on LinkedIn. I would go and search for Google on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is going to tell me, hey, these are the people that work at Google that are loosely connected to your network. I would then reach out to the people that I directly connect with on LinkedIn, and I would say, hey, I want to work at Google. I'm thinking about working at Google, and I'd like to reach out to this person. Could you maybe give me a good way of connecting with them? Or you could directly reach out to that person who's already affiliated with someone that you know personally, and just make it known that you guys are mutual friends, check out their LinkedIn page. Hey, I love your LinkedIn page. I love this post that you made right here. Start to establish the rapport. And then from there, you can, just inquire about what it's like to work at Google. And then from there, you can kind of network more effectively, because a lot of the highest paying positions, especially in tech, are not posted on job websites. Those positions, they go through a secret network of referrals. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I would just kind of take an approach like that. But I guess the first question that I'd like to ask you is, are you set up on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, try that out. And again, that's just one example of a networking strategy, but I was only going through that example to highlight effective networking versus ineffective networking. With effective networking, you really want to have more of a direct avenue to connecting with someone, really already having a lot of your value already prepared.
Okay. And I guess my next question was, how important do you think LinkedIn is? Because, I have projects, and then I have my resume, and then I don't know, it might be all in my head, like when people look at my picture, they think like, this girl doesn't know what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? When I really do, it's just like, it kind of makes me want to get rid of the LinkedIn. I don't know. That might be all in my head though.
Yes. Be careful with, the self-talk. Mm-hmm. Because, okay, can I just give an example? Mm-hmm. Mrs. Israel, you might see her image on the screen right now. I have her comment displayed. Okay, so Mrs. Israel recently received a award, a Moxie Award in the tech industry, where she was voted as one of the top 50 women in tech.
Nice.
Now, I'm not saying this to brag on Mrs. Israel, but shout out to Mrs. Israel.
You should, yeah.
I'm saying this.
Y'all
I'm
was good.
saying this just to say, we're in those industries, and a lot of times with a lot of tech companies, and even Mrs. Israel, I know that she'll speak on this. A lot of tech companies actually want us there. A lot of tech companies, they typically have all kinds of employee resource groups and departments that are about representing us. They look for diversity, not necessarily from a DEI perspective, but a lot of companies, they do want just a more diverse staff. And so I'm saying this to say, the first thing is just making sure that you're leading with positive self-talk, that this is something that you will do and that you deserve. If you are committed and you put in the work, there's no reason why you shouldn't. Instead of asking, well, why you? Why not you? Somebody's going to get the position, probably somebody who doesn't have the same soft skills and technical skills that you have. And so you're the right person for the job. And it's important that you know that, because that has to project outward. That has to project into your resume. That has to project into your LinkedIn. And, honestly, a lot of times, and I'm sure you know this based upon your tech experiences, half of these folks in tech don't know nothing. But, they might know how to play the game. They might know somebody that knows somebody. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure you've seen other people who are employed that are like, okay, if you could work there, I could work there. Yeah. So, yeah, I would just keep that in mind. But, really, we got to have a strategy call one of these days, Jessica, because I got to see what's going on with your LinkedIn page and your resume, so I could get more context into what it is that you're saying. Because when it comes to your LinkedIn and your resume, if you have both that are tailored to a specific position, and you have both that are matching, and you're playing the numbers game. This is very important. I talked about this on my last session about how you're qualified, but you still can't get the job. A lot of people are still going off of the old model of job hunting. The old model says apply to one or two positions and then hope that you get a role. No, you actually have to leverage AI. You've got to be able to leverage AI against AI in this market. What do I mean when I say leverage AI? There's technology out there right now that will allow you to submit 1,000 applications a day. Now, if you're submitting 1,000 applications a day, I think that you're going to get at least one call back. Right. You know what I mean? So, see, the thing about it really is, Jessica, job hunting itself, it's a strategy. A lot of people who are very proficient at what they do, they know how to do what they do well, but the actual game of getting their foot in the door at a company, that's a whole other thing. And so, feel free to tap in with me on some of these future sessions, and I'm willing to help you, as much as you want to get on here and talk to me about your situation. But definitely, time permitting, let's get a strategy session in, one of these weeks, because I really want to be able to look under the hood of your situation and really be able to change the game for you. I've worked with a lot of clients over the years who thought that, man, I can't compete in this current job market. I don't have enough education. I get overlooked. And really all we had to do was just revamp how they present themselves, and they would walk away with offers within the next 90 days.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. No, that was helpful because, yeah. The tech industry is a little hard. It's very competitive, and like I seen like your example resumes, like, I put in the numbers because before tech, I was doing accounting. So I have a lot of numbers, to put in to show that I, made, like things automated or improved systems by this percentage and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It just, and I heard someone say that they built a bot that, like you said, sends out 1,000 resumes. So I'm like, do I have to build, some kind of AI bot to send out thousands of resumes for me? like it's ridiculous. But so okay, no, that was very helpful.
Yeah, fortunately, the tools are already in place. But, let me ask you while you're here, typically whenever you're applying for a position, like how many applications do you submit per day?
Probably 5 on a good day. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I
right.
I know it's more in numbers, but I get kind of busy with the side little hustles I have with building web pages or adding features to things and stuff like that. So sometimes I could take up my time, but I try to do it.
Have you ever considered like starting a business
I
developing
know that's
websites?
what everybody tells me because I also teach other people how to code and stuff like that. So I get like paid for that. Like it's like I'm at this lower level, but I that's what people tell me. I just want a job though.
Why is that?
I don't know. It just seems like you can go. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna, because I did like internships like at places like Amazon and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just feel like, we get on a project, we talk about how we're gonna do it and stuff like that. I just feel like I need experience in big tech first, and then I can go off and do my own thing. But it looks like it's working backwards. I'm doing my own thing before I even get to the big tech.
Yeah. And again, you saying that right there, Jessica, that highlights what I've been saying about how the game has changed. Traditionally, the job market did operate where you work for the big dogs and then you could make your own way. Now we're living in an economy where people make their own way, and that's who the big dogs hire. So right now, you could create like your own niche expertise on LinkedIn, and you could consistently put out, samples of the websites that you create, the way that you go about creating it, the expertise that you have within the industry, and build your own professional brand. And the more that you put that out, the more that you could get contacted by different companies who would hire you to do that in-house. You see, previously, whenever we didn't have a lot of these different platforms, you would have to apply for a company and they would have to give you a shot before you could really get respected. But now it's totally opposite. You see, now big companies know they're no longer the gatekeepers. They know that some of the most talented people in the world, they could do things how they want it and they will still make a lot of money. It's no longer dictated by the big corporations. So those big corporations, they'll look for a lot of these kinds of specialists that I'm talking about. And they'll say, hey, I've seen your work online. Let me work with you. And so, again, I think just from the conversation that you and I are having, I honestly think that the biggest thing right now is just the personal mindset towards your career. It is just being able to have that mindset of, hey, I've got all the tools. You have it all right now. I think right now, based upon everything that you're telling me, you could probably build a six-figure company right now just doing websites. If 6 figures minimum. And the reason why I say that, Jessica, is because we're living in a very rare time period right now where AI knows how to create websites in seconds, and most companies have not got the memo. You got a lot of companies right now that are still paying for websites to be created instead of going the AI route. And really all you have to do is get invested into the business of that, generate the websites using AI for leverage, and you're just the business liaison between the companies. The companies don't care how you build the website. They're just paying you for the end product. And so again, there's only so much of this that I could discuss, obviously, publicly, because I'm not able to see your website. I'm not able to see your LinkedIn. But please do take to heart some of the things that we talked about today. Confidence is key. Confidence is key, and the opportunity has never been better. I want us to have a strategy session one of these days, Jessica. I'd love to be able to sit down and work with you. And I promise you that if you and I actually had an hour together, we could make something shake from that, whether it be a job, whether it be a business, something. I think that there's a lot of opportunity that's still on the table right now for you.
Okay, that is exciting. Nope, that put a smile on my face. Thank you, Brother Uzziah, because, man.
Perfect. Well, hey, it was definitely a pleasure speaking with you, and I pray that we're able to speak again very soon.
Yes, I'll keep you updated.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, guys, that was a very important discussion that I had with Jessica right now. I just wanted y'all to see, don't let this economy, get you down. This economy, if you learn how it works, there's never been a better time. Guys, there's so many ways to make money online. There's so many ways that you can make your own way, especially if you understand technology. Think about what I was just saying to Jessica. I was saying right now we're in a very limited time frame where a lot of companies have not yet adopted AI. So if you know how to use it, you can get paid by companies to implement a lot of solutions for them. You just got to know how to present yourself. And guys, it's really all the same. The same way that you know how to present yourself when applying for a job is the same way that you present yourself as a business owner. It's all the same, guys. Okay, I got a couple folks behind the scenes right now. I see Dennis on. I see Brother Frederick on. Brother Frederick, if you don't mind, I want to see who Dennis is real quick, and then I'm going to bring you on right now. Okay, so Dennis is in the house. Shout out to Dennis.
Hey, so my name is Dennis. I was under my mom's account on YouTube, so Tammy Mink.
Dominic, you said?
No, Tammy Mink. I was the one talking in the chat with Miss Israel.
Oh, Tammy Mink. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Okay, what you got?
So my problem is I've been job searching for months, putting out like 15 job applications a day, all tailored to each job description. And I'm a core maintainer on a large open source project. I have a MITRE credit. I'm certified as a certified system administrator, and I've been working freelance mostly for over 10 years, and I can't find a job anywhere.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So you've been applying to a lot of positions. You are tailor making the resume. What happens after you submit the resume? How many companies have you heard back from?
I haven't gotten any actual interviews from any. I've gotten probably like 5 or 10 that even put me in the application process and then passed on me as a candidate.
Okay, 5 to 10 put you through the application process, but they pass on you as a candidate. Okay, so let me ask you this. On your resume, how many pages is it?
Like 1.5.
Okay. On your resume, how many roles are you listing in your previous experience that's relevant to the position that you're applying for now?
3 of them. One of them is when I was doing tech support for Spectrum, but the reason that's on there is to show like the leadership skills I was taking on.
Okay. How long has it been since you worked your last job? Relevant to the position that you want to apply for now.
So that's where it gets tricky. Is my last corporate job was working for Spectrum, which was in like 2021. My last job was for the family smoke shop we had, and that I was running everything. I was doing the website, running like networking, designing custom solutions to handle like ID verification, doing a whole bunch of different things.
Do you have that listed on your resume?
Yes.
Is that section specifically speaking to the job that you're trying to apply for?
Yes, because I put on that I created the ID verification tool, which was oversimplifying it, but basically a Raspberry Pi using OpenTV.
Okay.
And then, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Whenever you put that description on your resume, are you mentioning that in addition to a host of other responsibilities that you've had for the family shop, or are you only speaking about the responsibilities that's specific to the position that you're applying for?
Only specific to like software development work. So like the other thing I have on there is I'm trying to think right now. So I have the ID verification thing. Then I have a tool that scanned all the other smoke shops in the area and their websites and everything, and basically cataloged all their pricing as everything moved, and kept the live inventory tracking of all the competitors and their price point.
Okay. A couple last questions. So on your resume, do you list all of your work experience? Okay. Walk me through what sections are on your resume.
Let me actually pull one up right now.
Okay. And if there's anything that you can, if you wanted to share, let me know, or just talk through it. It's fine either way. But yeah, I'd like to know what sections are listed on your resume. For those that are still watching, make sure that you smash the like button, share it.
I'm pulling up my resume right now.
Okay.
Of course.
And let me know if you need me to bring you back.
Oh, did you hear that or no?
No, I didn't hear you. What was your last comment?
It's certifications, open source, professional experience. Technical skills and summary.
In that order?
No, it's summary, technical skills, open source is at the bottom. Third is professional experience. Fourth is the certifications.
Okay. So here's what I'm hearing. It sounds like you have a lot of the makings of a good resume, but for some reason you're not advancing. The obvious thing that sticks out right now that we've already identified is the gap from your time, in corporate. Now, maybe that might be looked at as a red flag in the eyes of some employers, because given how frequently technology changes, they might think that, you have dinosaur level experience. Obviously with this age that we're living in right now, with AI changing every 6 months, to go 5 years outside of corporate, it might have been like 50 years, relative to previous generations. And so maybe that is the case. However, I'd be curious to know.
Even with having MITRE credit and being a core maintainer in an open source project?
Well, I think it's valuable to reach out to the companies and ask them, why is my resume not moving forward? There's got to be something, right? Because okay, yeah, one thing might be, okay, you might not have been in corporate since 2021, but as you said, even if you are still taking on tasks that are obviously still relevant, to the times, there's got to be something that's making companies reconsider. There's got to be something. Maybe it's in terms of how the duties are listed on the resume. Maybe, okay, the roles that you had prior to working at your family shop, how long did you stay in each role, just on average?
At Spectrum was a year, and then the family role was concurrent with that since 2014. And then I also did a lot of like freelancing work on the side that I have my own company for.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So I think the next step for you is really to just start reaching out to some of these companies and just getting their honest feedback on why they aren't moving forward with you. I mean, obviously, that's what I'm able to tell you, not seeing your resume. If I was able to see your resume and if I was able to see, the application, then obviously I'd have a more informed insight. But from everything that you've explained to me, which has been very thorough, and thank you for doing that, it really sounds like you need to go through the analysis of what's happening. To me, this brings back to mind what I was sharing just a little bit earlier when I was walking through that tracker, when I was providing the tracker for the application tracker. When you're applying for jobs right now, do you have any system to note all of the companies that you're applying for and what's the latest status?
In real time, no, I've been using Claude and then keeping track of everything in there and then manually going back and checking.
Got it. Okay, so one of the things that you could probably do on Claude is you can run a prompt asking for it to create an application tracker for you. You can have it generate a spreadsheet, putting together all of the columns, and then you can maintain the data on that spreadsheet just going forward. And the reason why I think that this is critical is because there's got to be something that's going on. I mean, if you are submitting a healthy amount of applications, and again, as I was mentioning before, really leveraging some of the AI to make sure that you're submitting as many applications as possible. Mrs. Israel had mentioned that she was using tech that allowed her to submit 100 applications a day. If you're doing that, if you have your resume written correctly, but if you're also auditing, what's working and what's not working, we should be able to make some progress. Right now, the number one bit of data that I'm missing is what the companies are saying. Everything that you're telling me sounds phenomenal.
But the closest I've gotten so far was I applied for a senior role as a senior software engineer for Oracle.
Uh-huh.
And that was in review for a while, for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then they finally turned it down.
I would start there. To me, that'd be the number one place where I would go back and, just a polite email, some method of contact to understand why that didn't work out. I mean, obviously, even in positions like that, they may have provided you with some level of insight. But my point here is that, again, it benefits us at this stage to make sure that we're compiling all of the different applications that we've submitted, what the status is of each, what the feedback is, and then we can really kind of move forward from there. Because as of right now, the main thing that I'm gathering is you're submitting a good amount of applications, you've got the work experience, you've got the intelligence, but we just don't know why it's not going through. So we need to go directly to the company to see, hey, why is it not going through? Because we could speculate on it, all day. And I'm sure even if you were to, even include Claude, as I'm mentioning here, within the tracking process, Claude will then tell you, based upon the input that you provide from the companies, hey, this seems to be the problem. If you're submitting, 50 applications, let's say, and say 10 of them provide you with feedback, then Claude can analyze that feedback and they can already probably provide you, with some good patterns, just so we can make consistent progress. We may need to go through a few iterations before we really get to where we need to get. But that big gap right now is just getting the feedback from the companies. Until then, we're really just stabbing in the dark.
And I make sure to optimize everything too. Like, I don't just have Claude revise the resume for the job description. I have both Claude and ChatGPT look at it, and both of them review it until they both agree and come to a consensus on that's the best resume I can possibly submit to them.
Yeah. And so with that, I don't see this really as a front end issue from your end right now. I see it as we need to figure out what's going on the back end. You need to contact these companies. You need to figure out why they're not taking you. Put the feedback all into the application tracker. And then I'd love for you to come back on this platform and tell me about, some of the feedback that you received so we could move forward.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining. All right. So very, 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 very great conversation right there. Can we give a shout out? I want a round of applause for that one. Yeah, I really love that conversation because, as you could see, sometimes you can get to a step where you've done everything that you know to do in the process, but now you just have to start getting feedback. Okay, guys, I know this might seem totally unrelated, but I want to show you the parallel. Do you remember how I gave that exact same advice earlier when I was talking to Sister Hannah? Remember when Sister Hannah asked me, if we lack social proof when looking for clients, what do you think about getting paid in percentage versus a flat rate? And I told her, hey, right now, it's not really a matter of compensation. Right now, it's a matter of feedback. No matter what it is that you do, we have to now go to the other person and see, hey, what do you think about me? And that's the exact same feedback that I've just provided. You can write the resume. The resume could look picture perfect. You could say all of the right words. But if people are not biting, something's got to be happening. We don't want to just keep racking our brain trying to figure out what's not working. If we've done everything that we know to do, at the end of the day, you got to go back to them and figure out what's going on. Because if we spend all day speculating, that's not even the best utilization of our time, because we don't know why the company is not taking us better than the company. Best that we go to the company at this point to figure that out. Okay. So perfect. And yes, to the caller, please do make sure that you subscribe. For you guys that are just watching the channel right now, make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can receive an alert whenever, we have another session. And again, I really love that conversation, because it just goes to show you, folks will tap in with me on Men of Order really from all walks of life. Some folks are getting on. They've never set up a LinkedIn. Some folks, like Jessica, who I was talking to, she got a LinkedIn, she has a resume, and it just requires some fine tuning. Shout out, Tammy Mink said subscribe. Thank you so much. So happy to have you on. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I get Brother Frederick on. He's been on here very patiently waiting, and shout out to my brother Frederick. Let's give a round of applause for my man.
What's up, Keith?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir. You too. I don't have much to say. I just wanna, my name is Brother Frederick. I'm calling from Florida.
Shout out to Frederick from Florida. What you got for me tonight, sir?
No, I don't have much. I just wanna give you your flowers for passing all the valuable information to the people. You know what I mean? And update you on our last strategy session. You know what I mean? Everything is going well. I'm putting in applying the steps that you put together for me, and everything is coming together well.
Excellent. Love to hear that. Can you say that one more time?
Yeah. Say everything is coming well.
I need you to walk them through it, Brother Frederick. You mentioned that you were applying some of the steps.
Yeah, some of the steps that you put together for me for the strategy call that you put together for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And then applying these steps, and everything is coming together very well.
Making some progress?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Much progress. No, I mean, it's a progress. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta put it together, but it's coming slowly but surely, for sure.
Yes, sir. Well, let me ask you first. Was the strategy call worth it?
Oh yeah, much. Very, very, very much.
Absolutely, because what you find, and this just principle applies, it's all about investing in yourself.
Yes,
by you getting on that strategy call, that investment right there, the information and the steps that you took from that already pays for itself.
Yes, sir.
And so let me ask you this, Brother Frederick, from the time that you and I first started talking, you told me that you were really kind of undecided about if you wanted to move forward in the business or not.
Yes, sir.
Based upon where you are now, are you feeling like you're in a better place regarding your business?
Yes, for sure. It's much better. You know what I mean? I'm more comfortable, more motivated now.
Perfect. So now it's like you see a path forward,
right?
And now you're just putting your investment into that.
Right. Yes, sir.
That is perfect, sir. Yes. One reason why I really admire you is as a business owner, you're able to watch tonight's session and you're still able to get a lot of value. A lot of times for people, they think, oh, well, Uzziah is just talking about how to get a better job, and that might not necessarily be my thing. But I'm sure that there was value that you got from tonight's session. Was there anything that kind of stuck out to you personally from tonight's session?
Yes. No, I mean, I have to go back and actually watch the session again also. But like I said, I've put up a resume, but I've never really used a resume like that. I'm always the kind of guy that walked in and I have my interview right then, you know what I mean? So I never really have to really use my resume, but I've put up a resume in the past. It's been a while, but but there's very a lot of valuable
yes, sir.
Very valuable as far as what you are telling, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know.
Yeah, thank you. That was what I was about to say, but I'm gonna let you say it. You said you never know. Did you have anything else on that?
Oh, we never know when you'll need that resume. You know what I mean?
Correct. And that's the reason why I have the utmost respect for you, sir, because you're forward thinking enough to understand that even though you are a business owner and that things are progressing in your business, this is all good information to know and apply just as a backup plan. You know, one of the things that I obviously talk about on this channel is how the average millionaire has 7 different streams of income. Even though you might be operating a business right now, you know, who knows if anything comes up, at least you have peace of mind in knowing that if you needed to get back out there into the job market, you know, that you could do so with a competitive advantage. And even for others, you know, whether they be in your family, loved ones, you might even share this with members in the church. Right. You know, this might be good information to impart. Now, the one thing that I always talk about is the parallels between the 9-to-5 principles as well as being a business owner. See, like, as you grow your business, you want to hire employees who are trained in these things, right, because you want your employees to be results oriented. So you'll want them to focus on the key metrics that are driving your company forward. Don't just say, hey, yeah, I did this today or I took on this task. Okay, how did it actually improve the bottom line for the company? And not only that, the presentation, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about in business. How are you able to communicate your value? You do an excellent job in landscaping. The thing that you and I talked about in the strategy call was, how do we articulate that value and put it in front of the right customer? See, it's really all the same. Today we talked about putting your resume into the right role, because not every role is right for you. The same principle applies when it comes to business. You want to have the right customer. The same way that I'll tell people, hey, don't apply for 50 different job titles. Pick one job title and apply for every role that has that same title, provided that it's the right fit. Right. The same way in business. Hey, don't try to find every customer. Instead of trying to go for every personality of customer, identify your customer avatar. Identify what the right customer looks like. And when I'm saying looks like, hey, you know, like, what's their age range? You know, what are their values? Are they looking for, you know, short-term services, long-term services, everything that we discussed on the strategy call? By you identifying that right customer, now it's just a matter of finding everybody like that to fill up your clientele. And when you find that right person, you don't need an infinite amount. You need enough to keep the business running and growing. And so, yeah, I'm definitely glad that you hopped on tonight, sir. I know that Elder Yasharala was giving you a bit of encouragement.
Yes, sir. I was planning on getting on already also. So
great. Well, I appreciate you getting on, sir. And I'm looking forward to us speaking again very soon. And thank you once again as well for supporting the work with the Super Chat. Greatly appreciate it.
My pleasure. Yes, sir.
All right, sir. All right, y'all. So y'all were definitely up for a session tonight, man. Y'all gave me more than I bargained for tonight, and I'm happy that you got a lot of value tonight. Guys, if you haven't yet done so, make sure that you smash the like button. If you guys got a lot of value from tonight's session, please consider donating to this channel. It helps keep the channel going. You can donate either through the Super Chat feature, which is just tapping the dollar icon directly below the video here on YouTube, or you can send a Cash App. Okay, I'm going to put the Cash App information on the screen. $Gen Wealth Podcast. It's in the comments, and it's on the screen for those that want to give through Cash App. If you are watching this video after the stream is over, you can still support by giving super thanks, okay? Super thanks allows you to donate to this platform after the stream is over. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, guys. So listen, we've talked about a lot, and there's something that I want you guys to always remember. A disciplined leader is someone that people can count on. Not because he talks big, but because he gets himself in order and handles responsibility well. That includes your work life. When your value is very loose, your whole week pays for it. Your confidence pays for it. Your house pays for it. Your future pays for it. But when you get clear, when you pick the lane, when you prove the fit, you stop moving like a desperate man and start moving like a steady man. That matters, because the goal isn't just for you to feel better about your resume. The goal is for you to become the best version of yourself. Okay, a man, your family, and loved ones actually benefit from. Guys, that's why we do this. We got people counting on us, people that love us. We're here to be providers, okay? You got to be a man that your family and loved ones can benefit from, a man who can provide with peace in his life, a man who can move with order, a man people can count on. So guys, if this session helped you tonight, please do support the work. If you want more sessions like this, send a super chat. The highest super chat carries the official sponsor for tonight's session. As of right now, we're about to announce who the official sponsor is. So please get in any last donations and sponsorships so I can include you in the announcement, either through the super chat or through the Cash App. Okay, Tammy Mink says, do you have an email I could possibly send an example resume to for you to take a look at? I usually engage that through the strategy calls, either through the strategy calls or on the live conversations like the one that we just had. But we could have another live free conversation, and I can enable you to share the screen so that I could review the resume in real time. Either consider a strategy call with me so that I have an entire hour to be able to review everything that you've put together and provide more specialized feedback, or hop on another free session with me like you've done tonight. Get on with me as you just did, and I will enable sharing so that way you can share with me the resume and we can go from there. Okay. So I see there's a question from Sis Shemaya about when can we expect more strategy sessions to open up. Guys, y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments section if you guys want me to open up some strategy calls, if you'd be interested in booking a strategy call, and I will pass that by my team. And we will see whenever we can open up some sessions. I know I've got some things going on in the next couple weeks that are keeping me busy, and I'll be doing some traveling. But as soon as you guys want the strategy sessions, we'll work something out. Just let me know in the comments, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys? Also, I'm seeing feedback from Jessica. She said, I'm watching this again. I can't wait for you to do so, Jessica. Okay? I want to make sure that we really help to push things forward on your end, just like everybody else, okay? That's what I'm here for, all right, guys? So now is the time for us to see who is going to be the official sponsor for tonight. Who's it going to be? Well, we got to start first with the first sponsor of tonight. Elder Yasharala gave a $10 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Kicking us off, as always, much appreciated. And then Elder Yasharala came back a little bit later with the $5 super chat added on top. Excellent, excellent. Thank you, sir. Then we had Sister Zanaya, one of my excellent mods, supporting the work. And guys, can we give a special shout out to Sis Zanaya? Sis Zanaya, she comes on here before the stream starts, welcomes you guys, leaves a comment, really makes y'all feel at home. Not only does this sister support as a mod, she also donates to this channel. Sis, nothing but love for you, and that's the reason why. Anything you need, you know I got your back. Thank you so much for supporting the work and really just being an excellent example of a woman of order and supporting the platform. You're thanking me for the information that I gave tonight, and I'm thanking you for all the support. Thank you for helping me to help you. You're an excellent example of the type of support that we really value on this channel. So thank you so much. I also want to give a special shout out to Michelle Jael, another woman of order. Looking forward to our upcoming strategy call. You said valuable information as always. Keep it up. It's much appreciated. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm looking forward to the very next session. I'll be doing another session on this YouTube channel very soon, this Thursday, in fact. And then we'll have our strategy session next week. But also, I want to acknowledge tonight, it seems that we have a two-way tie. We have a two-way tie between Sister Michelle Jael and Brother Frederick that was just on. So if you want to know who the official sponsor of the night is both of them. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's Michelle Jael. It's Michelle Jael. Let me bring that back. Just when I was about to announce the two-way tie, Michelle Jael then came through with the buzzer beater, adding in another $5 super chat. Hey, Brother Frederick, I'm sorry, my brother. Michelle Jael, she came through, man. She came through and snatched that crown, making her the official sponsor for tonight's stream. Thank you so much, Michelle. Really appreciate it. And thank y'all for being on, man. You know, thank y'all. I know that there's a ton of different things you could do with your time, but you've chosen to invest in yourself, and I'm proud of y'all for that. Keep doing it, guys. I promise you, if you keep showing up to these sessions and you keep doing the work, if you keep applying the steps that I'm giving you guys, you're going to achieve the compound effect. You're going to achieve the results. Just put your head down and work, guys. You don't even have to worry about it. Trust the process. Trust the process, okay? So shout out, Brother Frederick said, what? He said, I thought we was in the tie. What happened? Listen, Michelle Jael says you got to keep on your toes. Michelle Jael and snatch the crown, Brother Frederick. You got to be on the lookout for that for the next session. You better watch out, Michelle Jael. Brother Frederick might come for you on the next session. Shout out to tonight's official sponsor, Michelle Jael, with a $25 super chat. Again, guys, even though we have an official sponsor, it's not too late for you guys to support the work. Super chat, Cash App, super thanks after this video is over. It's still all good, okay? Make sure that you guys support this work. I definitely appreciate it. And as always, guys, make your next move your best move. We did get a question, you know, what time will the next session be on Thursday? 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thursday, May 21st, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on this channel. Come ready. I'll see you there. And until next time, walk in order, brothers. Peace.
We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast, and if you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. This broadcast goes live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Make sure to check this page for your local times, and also to check out other videos. Well, once again, we hope you've enjoyed this broadcast of Men of Order with Uzziah Israel. And as Uzziah would say, walk in order, brothers. Peace.